Little Joe the wrangler, he'll wrangle nevermore. His days with the remuda, they are o'er. 'Twas a year ago last April, he rode up to our camp, just a little Texas stray and all alone. It is late in the evening, he rode up to our herd on a little Texas pony he called Shaw. With his brogan shoes and overalls, a tougher looking kid you never in your life before had saw. His saddle was a Texas cack built many years ago, with an OK spur on one foot lightly swung. His hot roll in a cotton sack was loosely tied behind, and his canteen from his saddle horn was swung.
He said he had to leave his home. His pa had married twice, and his new ma whipped him every day or two. So he saddled up old Shaw one day and lit a shuck this way. Now he's trying hard to paddle his own canoe. He said if we'd give him work, he'd do the best he could, though he didn't know straight up about a cow. So the boss, he cut him out a mount, kindly put him on, for he sorta liked that little kid somehow. He learned to wrangle horses and tried to know 'em all, and to round 'em up by daylight if he could, to follow the chuck wagon and to always hitch the team, and to help the Cocinero rustle wood.
We'd driven to the Pecos, the weather being fine. We camped on the south side of a bend. When a norther started blowing, we doubled up our guard, for it'd taken all of us to hold 'em in.
Little Joe the wrangler was called out with the rest, though the kid had scarcely reached the herd, when the cattle they stampeded like a hailstorm they fled, and we were all riding for the lead.
Midst the streaks of lightning, we saw him in the lead. 'Twas little Joe the wrangler in the lead. He was riding old Blue Rocket with a slicker o'er his head, trying to check the cattle in their speed.
At last we got a millin' and kinda quieted down, and the extra guard back to the wagon went. But there was one a-missin', and we knew it at a glance, was our little Texas stray, poor Wrangler Joe.
Next morning, just at daybreak, we found where Rocket fell, down in the washout 20 feet below. Beneath his horse, mashed to a pulp, his spurs had rung his knell, was our little Texas stray, poor